Good morning, everybody. We are back. We are back. The show is called TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself and Shakes Manqoba Ngwenya, the man with the educated left foot. Shakes, welcome to the show. Kindly greet the viewers.
Good morning. Thanks, Prasobri, for having me on the show, and good morning to all our listeners and viewers.
Shakes, we are from a very serious week uh, in terms of games. And then now, last night there was a draw, MTN 8. So it's quite hectic. And then I don't know, I want to hear your views in terms of what we saw over the weekend. Now, let's start with the game of Mamelodi Sundowns, since you are a Sundawana. Yeah, let's look at that. How was the game, and what do you think? And then just briefly, so that we go to the draw quickly before we look at this coming week games.
Yeah, Prasobri. It was an interesting game at Tuks Stadium. Super Sport, they came to play as well. They didn't make it easy for Sundowns, but in the end, that quality came through. You saw the goal scorers were both substitutes, both new signings, Marcelo Alande and Abubakar Nasir, proving again, scoring in two consecutive games, coming on as substitutes, proving the quality that they are. So got to give it to the Sundown scouts for recognizing such talent, and just for getting those boys to come in and gel in immediately. It is very rare you find players being signed and then just gelling with the team immediately and scoring goals and proving the quality that they are immediately. So it's good to see, with the Sundowns team, the guys that are scoring are the new signings, and it just shows you that no mistakes were made there, and these guys are still going to get better.
You know, truth must be said, Sundowns, you have just alluded to that. They have a very good scouting team. We saw they just offloaded Safranca, and it was like, why offloading Lewandowski? But now it shows that it was not about the stature or the frame of the player, but they really need somebody who can hit the ground running. Safranca has been there, no difference. But look at this guy, the Chilean guy. And remember, there's still Navrada, who's still coming. And then Abu Bakr, your Sundowns has, you don't know what to say. And Andy Lejali, as usual, he started where he ended. He was on top of the game. And then I really enjoyed watching Sundowns. But it would be wrong, guys, not to comment what Super Sport looks like. Um, Gavin Hunt has done a good job. If you look at the players there, it was youngsters. Ne? And then there's this young boy, very good player who used to play for Cosmos, one of Jomo's discovery. Um, he's a very good player. He's played for Supersport United. He was not even playing. And then, Gavin Hunt had new players almost there. And then, yes, what is his name? Uh, not Twala, the one who from Pirates, former Vets player.
Right.
What is his name again? This young man.
Tulani Khatwaya.
Trial was there. They played very well. They played very well. And I can tell you, Gavin Hunt with a team like Supersport is going to do well. Remember, a team like Supersport, there is not much pressure in terms of supporters' demand. And you can see that Gavin Hunt here is introducing players that he thinks they'll hit the ground running. It's very hard, to coach team like Chiefs and Pirates, because there's too much pressure. I don't know, what's your take about what you saw in terms of Super Sport?
Yeah, I think you spot on, Prasob. You know, Kevin Hunt, this is the type of teams where he really shines in, you know, where there's no much pressure and he's given the leverage to do what he wants with the team. And then he can get the best out of the team like he did with Wales University when he won the league with them. You saw Super Sport were looking good. They were playing against a very good quality Sundowns team. So even if they lost, but we could see the quality that Kevin Hunt is bringing in with those young boys, and I think it's just a matter of time before we see the best out of the Super Sport that he coached before, you know. So I believe that he'll do well with the team like Super Sport.
You know, we need to give credit where it's due. And you could see that Gavin Hunt was not under pressure. Even if he lost, he saw the good signs of the team. So for me, I say big up to Supersport United and wish them good luck going forward. And then I need to announce before I go, Mamelodi Sundowns, they're breaking the barriers all the time. They've just announced the EA FIFA 23 partnership, which is a game program. It's very impressive with what Mamelodi Sundowns is doing. And then they have this historic partnership with this, whereby the team has just positioned itself as the only African team in the latest edition of the well-renowned FIFA 23 video game. In an official announcement on Friday, it has been confirmed that South Africa's reigning domestic league champions will feature in the FIFA 23, the latest season of the game when it launches on the 30th September 2022. The agreement designates EA Sports as Sundowns' exclusive sports video gaming partner, while there are numerous in-game integration that will pay homage to the rich heritage, legacy, and success of the team, and also affectionately known as Masandawan. This is a really great shakes. And then I think Mamelodi Sundowns, the young chairman, Topi Mutsipe, at 33 years old, they are doing well. Dr. Mutsipe has laid a very good foundation. So I just wanted to announce that. Now, let's move on to Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates, they also played. And then, what's your take about the game of Orlando Pirates?
Yeah, possibly it's another team, Orlando Pirates. We are seeing them. They're getting the results, you know, with their new coach, who also comes with there's a lot of pressure under him, you know, as a foreigner to deliver. And yeah, I think they've done well so far. They've lost a good striker in the likes of Mahango, who's banging in the goals at AmaZulu. But yeah, they're grinding the results, and they won this weekend in the MTN 8. Unfortunately, now they come and and they face Mamelodi Sundowns, which is going to be very tough for them.
Yeah. I saw no one wanted to raise his hands. Who are you going to play? You know, when we were going to the draw.
Yeah. So yeah. But I still think Pirates have a lot more to offer. You know, going forward, they've got a lot of good players. Your Vincent Pules, your Mahangos, Gabadinho Mahangos, that we still need to see more. So, yeah, I think they will grow in stature, and we'll see the best of Orlando Pirates this season.
Mahango is with AmaZulu now, Shakes. You've mentioned he's now with AmaZulu now. But let's put it this way. You know what I like about Pirates? They're winning. All right? Even if you still have problems, winning plays a major role because it brings confidence. You are a player, you know it yourself. it brings confidence. It makes you guys to believe. Although I'm a little bit worried about injuries, Pirates have a lot of injuries. And then that department, I think that's one issue that they need to look at. If there's anything that needs to be sorted out at Pirates, it's a medical department. You know why players are getting injured so much so. So that's one thing that may disturb the rhythm of Orlando Pirates, but they look solid. And then yeah, let's move on to Kaizer Chiefs before we go to the draw quickly. Kaizer Chiefs, what was your opinion as you watched the game? Firstly, I must say Kaizer Chiefs is the well-supported team in the country. I saw somebody said, I think it's Bra Ralph, who said maybe it's time for Kaizer Chiefs to start now charging opposition team because they make money when they play Chiefs. They even charge more. You know, the stadium was full, man. And I like what the Stellenbosch did. They went to a very small stadium, all right? Because the atmosphere, if it's like that, it looks full. It's encouraging, and then it motivates when you go to a bigger stadium. You know, people will be looking forward to that. And then let me tell you, I watched the game. I must say, Stellenbosch, I know they are a team to watch. What I liked about Stellenbosch, they have youngsters, new youngsters, all right? And then, which is good. And Stellenbosch, they seems to be very good in development, all right? Which is what is close to your heart, Shakes. You are very passionate about development. I know yourself. I know Pito Msimane. I know Jomo Sono. And because development is good, it's bringing good players, you know. And then look at this young man who Man United is looking for from Ajax. Have you seen how good the player is? He's a gem. Look at the young man who's now playing for Barcelona from Leeds, a Brazilian. You need development. We can't keep on talking Ronaldo and Messi and all that. You know, before Messi, there was Ronaldinho. Before Ronaldinho, there was Ronaldo, the Brazilian. You know, there was Maradona, there was Zidane, you know, all those things. We want to see development. And that's where Stellenbosch looks solid in terms of youngsters. What's your take? What did you see the game of Stellenbosch and Kaizer Chiefs?
Yeah, probably, a well-attended game, and that's what we want to see from the beautiful game. We want to see our supporters coming out there in numbers, and when Kaizer Chiefs plays and the supporters, they come through. You can't beat them. The numbers game, Kaizer Chiefs are a well-supported team, but what was disappointing to me was the lack of security in that game, because we saw those scenes that we don't want to see, fans coming in the stadium, inside. That's not what we want to see, because the safety of the players comes first. Is very important, But nevertheless, it was a good game, and we saw also the revival of Itu Kune. I mean, I've been saying it, Prasobri, that Itu is a leader. He's one of Mzansi's number ones, and he showed on the night, he rose again, and he showed why we say he's Mzansi's number one. So yes, it was a great game. We saw Stellenbosch also showing the quality, as you've alluded to, Prasobri, the youthfulness of the team. There's so much positive to yield, even though they didn't win the game, but they've got good youngsters, they're working hard. So Barker is doing well in that team. There's a player there by the name of Mendieta. What a quality player he is, He's one to watch for the season. So Stellenbosch have really been great to watch. I've watched all their games this season, and you can see that they'll be competing this season.
You know what, Itukune, I know people are saying, hey, Arthur should have introduced him earlier. For me, I'm happy the way Arthur introduced him. You know, sometimes when the players, they know that I'm always there. I'm the, you are a player, complexity comes into play. Now, he's aware that sometimes he cannot even be used for bigger games. So you could see he was hungry. He really, really wanted to play. And remember, football, it's psychological, you know. You work on the mind, you make sure that the mind is sharp, you know. So for me, that was a good move. And it was excellent for Arthur to introduce him now, having realized that he can be benched. And big up to Itu for taking 2 penalties. And I knew when they go to penalties that, you know, Itu, when it comes to that one, you know, he's always come tops all the time. And big up to Kaizer Chiefs, and I was happy for Arthur Zwane. He has done extremely well, and I wish him good luck going forward. Remember, there was a draw, and they have drawn AmaZulu, and then and there is a dress rehearsal today. AmaZulu in the top 8. This is an excellent BP top 8, to be honest. I'm sure BP top 8 has been wishing for this draw, for this kind of semi-final. I mean, you have Pirates, you have Chiefs, you have Sundowns, you have AmaZulu, you know, there's teams that are well supported. Remember AmaZulu in KZN, they're well supported. So for me, it looked good. Let me tell you, our football is growing. I don't know whether you agree with me. I can see that the fans are hungry. They want to come back to the stadium, which is quite good and exciting. I see Sundowns is trying its best, you know, to catch up with the big teams in terms of supporters. Well, what to say about Kaizer Chiefs? They're the best team when it comes to support and branding. I think Jessica Mtaung, Vinny Maposa, you know, all that team at Kaizer Chiefs, Junior, they're doing a quite brilliant job at Kaizer Chiefs. You know, they're keeping the legacy of Dr. Mtaung. So, yeah, what's your take about the draw?
Yeah, it's a good drop. But first of all, perhaps it's the MTN 8, it's not the BP anymore.
Yeah, I'm still now I reveal my age now. I reveal my age.
Yes.
And
No,
he's
I
from
think
the old era of the BP
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I would have thought, obviously, a draw is a draw, Prasobri, and you have to play whoever you're drawn against. But I'm sure MTN would have liked a Chiefs Pirates semi-final, you know, especially because these games are being played in 2 legs, you know. So, but yeah, Peter Chiefs AmaZulu, that's going to be a very tough game for both teams. You know, AmaZulu are doing very, very well at the moment, and they're looking good, you know, grinding results and just competing. So it's going to be a tough one for Kaizer Chiefs as well. It's going to be a real test, you know. And Orlando Pirates, obviously, they come into this MTN 8 semi-final. They have the confidence because they've been doing well, you know, against Sundowns. But yeah, Sundowns, we Sundowns, we want to defend our MTN crown. It took us a long time to win this cup. It's our sole MTN cup that we have. So we want to add more MTN trophies into the cabinet. So we're looking to defend this one, and Pirates must just come ready because you know, 6 Mabone can come if they are not
6 Mabone. Yeah. So they must watch 6 Mabone can come if they're not careful.
Yeah, they must be careful. They must be careful, Prasobri. They mustn't open up too much because once one comes in, my boys have the appetite to go all the way.
The floodgate will open. You
Yeah,
know
the
what?
floodgate.
I must commend Vina Maposa is doing a great job using social media very effectively. And then, you know, they integrated the branches for that game. And then, you know, I saw him congratulating the branches who attended the game. This is what should be done. Remember, we had all these kind of things, your COVID and all that, but you have to be dynamic, you know, and bring some dynamism into the whole thing, and then make sure that technology works for you. So big up to Vina. You're doing a great job there, Kaizer Chiefs, with your team by making sure that you guys are going back to your glory days, the old glory days. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Kaizer Chiefs still need about 5 players for me. And then I cannot tell Arthur what to do. I think Arthur is doing great. And then he must be given space. I think they can use Mato again. He realized that he has not been there. But you know what I like about Mato? As much as he's very slow, Ngezana is quicker than him. But when there are set pieces, especially up front, Mato scores. And there are no goals at Chiefs. Eh? There are no goals at Chiefs. Chiefs, as far as I'm concerned, they need about at least five players. They need another strong central defender at the back, but he must be quick. They need striker. They don't have a striker per se, you know. They need striker. They still need midfielder. Because the other thing, when this young man, what is called, Dupree, yeah, when he was, you know, substituted, you could see that there's something lacking, you know. But I think they're on the right track. They're on the right track. What worries me, the window period is closing soon. So we want to see how far can they go as far as bringing new faces at Kaizer Chiefs. Now, we've seen the draw. This week you are coming to see the rehearsal because AmaZulu, they are playing. Let's look at the log. I mean, the fixture. AmaZulu, they are playing Kaizer Chiefs. Whereas Mamelodi Sundowns, let me take this. I don't know whether you can be able to see. Yes, Super Sport is playing Mamelodi Sundowns. And I know, Shakes, are you going to commentate on that? Are you going to be an analyst or there's something that you are doing there? Just tell us, what are you doing for that game?
No, Prasobe. I'm doing an activation for the game. I'll be in Pretoria tomorrow to just promote that Tshwane Derby for Friday.
Yeah, this was saying Tshwane Derby of 50 people. You know, with this, unfortunately, we couldn't have him this morning, you know. And then, yeah, there's Kaizer Chiefs and AmaZulu. You know what? I've seen something. I don't know whether you saw what I saw. There are no friendlies anymore in football. No friendlies. Whether it's a friendly or what is so serious, you know. So one could say, no, they're done with the tournament, the knockouts, now is the league. Every game is serious. And I see that also Orlando Pirates, they are playing, who are they playing? Mapakania? Let's see.
They're playing Maritzburg.
They're playing Maritzburg. So, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. No, we wish them good luck this coming weekend. Shakes, I think that's how far we can go with the show. And then maybe I need to move on and do the message special so that we move on quickly. And now, while we are still there, Shakes, trying to understand what's going to happen going forward, what is your take about AmaZulu?
Yeah, I think AmaZulu are looking good. I expected them to have a bit of problems after acquiring a new coach, and they let go of a lot of players last season. You know, so I expected them to struggle a little bit, but it seems like Brendan has done well with the team, you know, especially acquiring the services of Mahango, and Mahango just coming in there and continuing and banging in the goals for AmaZulu. So, yeah, they are looking good, Brussels.
They are really looking good. I think we should say big up to Zungu. He has done well. And then I see that his brother is helping him. And then his brother is very vocal on social media, which is quite good. Remember now, we use the use of technology now to ensure that you know we still keep in touch. Now on the Messi special today, I just want to share something quickly. You know what? I watched their game on Saturday. Saturday or Sunday? No, no. Sunday. You know what? I wish Messi could leave PSG. The sooner he does it, I'll be happy. Unfortunately, he has to go through and complete the contract. A contract is a contract. But you know what? They don't pass him. And sometimes I get worried about Neymar. Neymar keeps on saying, Messi is my friend. But he's one of the main culprit. And there was a penalty, and I thought they would give it to Messi. But you know what? And you could see Messi is a little bit frustrated. It's just that he doesn't express it. And PSG, they are worried. They want to keep him. And for me, I would say finish this season, Messi. Just go back to what is this? To Barcelona. That's all. And then you'll be happy there. And Lewandowski is doing well there. He's doing well. Did you see the goal that he scored? The back heel. Yeah. Brilliant goal. And not only that, he's talking to these young players. And you could see, because he has achieved a lot, the respect that goes through. He talks with them. He's a leader, He chats with them, he encourages them, which is quite good. Now, this is what happened so far this season. It was prior to the game of Sunday. And then this is the contribution that all these guys have done. And then as far as PSG is concerned. And now I also have something that I want to share with you in terms of unbreakable records. These are records that I doubt they'll be broken. 7 Ballon d'Ors. I don't know whether we'll have another player will have 7 Ballon d'Ors. If he gets the 8th one, then he open up another gap. 6 Golden Boot, all right, and 91 goals in one calendar year, and 59 goals in a calendar year, 73 goals in a season, 50 goals in a season, 21 consecutive league game scoring run. These are the records which they'll be difficult to break. Very difficult to break. That's Lionel Messi for you. And then, we know that Mbappe, this is what they were reminding him, that Mbappe, at the age of 22, you achieved scoring hat-trick against Barcelona, and Messi had already done 3 hat-trick of the Ballon d'Ors. So that's another thing, Shakes, if you were somebody who's advising Mbappe, what would you tell him?
As you know, probably it's difficult because the power that the boy has been given, at such an early age in his career. I think it's difficult for it not to disturb him. The power is just too much that he's been given by PSG. But you know what, Mbappe is a quality player. The reason why they give him so much power is because they believe in his talent. And I don't know. I just think he should just try and put his feet on the ground. He's earning so much money. But it should not affect him. I know it's difficult, easier said than done. But the boy's he's got quality, and I think he should just sit down with the rest of the big players. He's with the likes of your Messi and Neymar and get advice from them, because especially Messi's done it all, and Messi is not the type of person who will be jealous. I'm sure he'll want Mbappe to achieve the Ballon d'Ors that he has achieved as a player. So I think it's important that he works together with those guys who've been there and done that before.
And I'm happy that now I see other media, they have started to notice that no, he doesn't pass Messi. And then do you know that Ramos and Cristiano Ronaldo, they played for 9 years together, and Cristiano has never given Ramos a single penalty. Messi has never played, not even a full season with him, because Ramos was injured most of the time last season, but he has already given him a penalty. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Very shocking. Yeah. And I don't know what's going to happen to Ronaldo. We know that there's a talk of he may join Napoli. I don't know. I wish Ronaldo, you know what? I don't want his career to end the way it looks like it's going to end. If I was somebody, I would say chill, play for Man United. They love you. All right. It's always nice to play for a team where you are being liked. No one is. I saw Spalletti. Is it Spalletti who said, "Of course, I'll use Ronaldo if he comes." He's the one who has raised his hands, but he said, "Can we afford him?" You see, that's another thing. He wants to play, but his salary is still huge. Why can't he compromise and reduce his salary? But we still have 4 days. I mean, is it 4 days for the closing window period? They're closing on Thursday, isn't it? So anything can happen. We'll watch the space very closely, because even last year for him to join Man United, it was on the last minute. Mbappe should look at Haaland. Look at the young man, what he's doing there at Man City, and he looks very humble. His foot are on the ground. I don't know whether it's because his father used to play for Man City. Maybe his father is on his case. What's your take? Mshege? I think that probably you can't hear me. Can you hear me, Mshege?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said, what do you think of Erling Haaland?
Yeah, I think he's a quality player, Prasobri. He's a beast. He's strong. He's fast, and he's still gonna score. He's gonna be the highest goal scorer for me in the EPL without a doubt. I think the team is the right team for him. He's got the service there of Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, and all these quality players. Foden. So yeah, that makes it easy for him to just concentrate on scoring the goals.
I think Mbappe should focus on that. Look at Erling Haaland. Forget about Messi. Messi's gone. In 2 years, 3 years' time, we won't be talking Messi now. We'll be talking Mbappe and Erling Haaland. Shakes, it was nice doing a show with you. I really appreciate. Good luck with your activity there with Mamelodi Sundowns. And then we'll talk. Let's meet again on Saturday morning and prepare ourselves for. We'll be talking after the game of Mamelodi Sundowns. Thanks, Mshege.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is the Sobri Boys Wanafatsi from a TBR Solution. TBR Solution is a financial company that helps people to be financially savvy. I'm sure these days you are aware that prices are very up in terms of petrol, in terms of goods and services. Prices are very, very high. Now, these days, we are on a campaign to help those members of GPF or government employees, especially if you are 55 years old or above and you are contemplating to resign or go on pension in 3 months' time. Give us a call or drop us a WhatsApp, then we'll call you back so that we help you to get your money expeditiously, as compared to sometimes people get their money after a long time. We will then transfer your money from GPF to Alan Gray, whom we have a relationship with. And the good news is, once the money has been transferred, you will choose how much you want to earn. If you happen to pass on, your spouse will also get the same amount. Then if it happens that both of you passes on, you would have appointed or selected beneficiaries. It could either be your children or anyone else. And there's nothing like age limit that they must be 22 or below. Even if they're above 22, they'll be able to get the inheritance from you. So that's how flexible it is. And then I know that sometimes people, they worry about medical aid and all that. We also have with other partners who assist you to get a medical aid. So if you want to learn more and get more information pertaining to that, just drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.